Okay, sweet. So if I mess up, we can restart?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Welcome everybody. My name is Richard Clark. I'm the multimedia director for the Easterner, and I'm here with our sports editor Taylor, and we have an Easterner exclusive interview. So Taylor, go ahead and introduce who our guest is.
Today we have Jacob Davison. He's a sophomore guard for the Eastern basketball team. And just, you want to start off, give us a little bit of background about yourself?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Southern California, Long Beach to be exact. I have two older brothers and a sister, and we've been a close-knit family my whole life, and now I'm at Eastern.
It was a bit of a culture shock coming from California.
Yeah, it was a little bit, especially coming from a bigger city to Cheney, Washington, where there's not a lot of people. It was a big culture shock, and I think I handled it pretty well for the most part, but I was not prepared for that.
So what's been your favorite thing to do in Cheney compared to
just hang out with friends, honestly. I've gotten really close with a couple guys, and that's who I usually am always with. I'm Luka Vulikic on the team, and then Andre Slider, the kicker on the football team, is actually my roommate. So we're together a lot, and also Tyler Kidd. So it's just hanging out with friends. We always are hanging out and just playing video games, just in the gym, having fun.
All right, sweet. So when you're on the court, what is your favorite thing to do?
Either hit threes or dunk. I love dunking.
And would you say you're the best dunker on the team, or are you going to give that to someone else?
Yeah, for style-wise, I would say for power, I'd have to say Elijah. Elijah is a very powerful dunker, but for style and other stuff, that would be me.
And what's the favorite dunk that you've ever pulled off?
Behind the back. That one took a long time to get, and once I finally got it, I was no. Actually, underneath both legs. I got that one time.
Was that in game?
No, definitely not. No, that was
work on that, man.
Yeah, that was definitely not in game, but underneath both legs was definitely my favorite one I've gotten.
So for those that don't know, your Twitter name is White Man Can Jump.
Yeah.
Is there a story about how that came to be? Or?
Yeah, so the movie White Men Can't Jump, that's it, right? Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's White Men Can't Jump. And I grew up watching that, and it was always that white guys just couldn't jump, and I was the one exception, I guess, that everyone kind of knew me as, and so I just was like, white man can jump. Like, it just kind of fit together, and I've been with it ever since.
All right. Did you get picked on for being the white guy on the court?
Yeah, until I started actually like playing and hooping, and then they realized I could actually play, and they're like, okay, well, we'll stop making fun of you.
Is there like a memory of the first time that you were able to dunk that you can?
Yeah, my end of my freshman year, I always was just fascinated with dunking, and I kept asking my teammates to throw me lobs because I couldn't palm a ball at that time. And my teammate threw one, and it was perfect, and I threw it down, and ever since then, it's just been game over. That's all I've been.
With this team right now, I know there are some older guys, but there's a lot of young guys that seem to have quite a bit of potential. When you see yourself in the next couple of years, and especially as a senior, where do you see the team and yourself?
Like you said, we have a lot of young guys, and they have a lot of potential, and a lot of them can play super well, and a lot of them should be playing right now. Some of them are redshirting, but I feel that we could be the best in the Big Sky at my senior year, especially with guys coming in and guys stepping up and getting better and knowing their role and just getting more comfortable with our offense and our system. I definitely believe that we'll be at the top of the Big Sky.
And you did suffer a couple injuries in the preseason. Can you kind of talk to us about that and how you kind of recovered dealing with those?
Yeah, so in September, I was in a car accident, and I ended up needing surgery on my right wrist. And luckily, I was able to get that done by Dr. Shin, who is actually the best hand surgeon in the nation. I was pretty lucky to get that, but surgery went well, everything, and I was actually 2 minutes away from going non-contact after wrist surgery, and I ended up spraining my ankle and was out another 3 weeks. And so it was a rough preseason. It sucked. I hate missing games. I hate missing practices. And so for me to be out 3 months, more or less, it was really difficult, especially like just mentally, just being like okay and just like trying to get through everything mentally. It was hard just because I've never dealt with an injury before. I would have sprained ankles here and there, but I've never had a serious injury that that put me out that long. And so the road to recovery was long, and it was exhausting, but I mean, it was totally worth it. I got back as fast as I could. I was doing everything I could. And so when I finally got back, the first couple games were rough. I hadn't played in 3 months. I was still trying to get my feeling back for the game. I felt like I was 100%, but I obviously wasn't. And so it wasn't until about conference started that I was actually feeling pretty close to 100%. And then now I'm obviously back to 100%. And, now we're here.
So speaking about some of the mental roadblocks you had, like, I guess my question is, how did you kind of like overcome some of the like fears or worries about when you're recovering from the injury? Like what were your strategies to kind of like get your confidence back up in your game?
My family was a big part of that. They were always making sure I was good and just telling me like it's fine, like you're gonna be back better than ever. You're gonna come back better. You're gonna come back stronger. And that was huge for me. And then especially with my teammates here, they were always like encouraging me and telling me like you're fine, like you're gonna be good, like you come back stronger. Everything my parents were saying, and it was nice because my parents were saying that, but they're a couple thousand miles away back in California, and so it was nice hearing that from them. But I didn't really have like any physical like help, I guess you could say. And then coming from my teammates and everything like that, it was. That was a big part. That was a big part, and then obviously just believing in God and praying and just trying to get through the tough times. Those turned to God a lot in that. Yeah.
So when you're on the court, I mean, it's pretty easy to tell that you're never really afraid to take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to late in the games, do you want the ball in your hands?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I can hit any shot anytime, and my confidence is through the roof. Even when I was injured, my confidence was through the roof. I thought I could make any play. I thought I could make any shot. And at that time, I obviously couldn't because my body wasn't 100%. And that was actually really frustrating because I knew I could make those plays, but just my body wasn't cooperating with me. And so, I 100% would love the ball at the end of the clock.
You heard it here first. Any shot, anytime. Jacob, let's go.
And then your three-point percentage is down a little bit this year from where it was last year. Does that have to do with like the wrist injury, or what kind of goes into that?
Yeah, I mean, from not shooting for a month and a half, it definitely played a part in my shooting percentage. I mean, I can't put it all on that because I did get back in the gym and I was repping everything and shooting thousands of shots and stuff. So, I mean, I couldn't put it all on that, but it definitely did play a factor into it. And so, I mean, it is frustrating because I know I am a better shooter, and last year I proved that I could shoot three pretty well. So it is a little frustrating, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Is that kind of like a mental thing you kind of have to get over? Do you kind of like feel yourself get into a funk at all?
Actually, I learned this from Cody, to never have a conscience shooting threes. He is one guy that no matter what he shoots or what kind of shot is, even if it shoots off the top of the backboard, the next shot he's like, that's going up, like it's going in. And I learned that from him. And so I've actually, like, I try and just keep that same mindset so I don't get into a funk and don't start shooting worse than I could be. So thank you, Cody.
Of course, tonight's leading scorer, Jacob Davison, with a career high 41 points, the seventh highest scoring game in school history. Your East Regional men's basketball team will be on the road in Montana this weekend. They'll be back at Reese Court Saturday, February 16th against Northern Colorado. Your East Regional women's basketball team here Thursday night against Montana State. Hey, brother, come here! And on Saturday, it's EWU on the road. Tickets to the women's basketball team Saturday takes on the Montana.
Hey there, Reeks. It's Richard. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Easterner to all of our readers and viewers out there. Without you, what we do would not be possible. So thank you again. If you enjoyed what you watched today, please like, comment, and share below. Let us know what you think. And if you don't already, follow us on all of our social media accounts. That way you can stay up to date to all of your Eastern-related news. Until next time, I'm Richard, signing off.